Hi, my name is Beverly, and I want to share a little secret with you. As a matter of fact, I think you already know this, that cash is absolutely king. The more cash you have, the more freedom you have. And as we all know, we all want freedom. We all want the ability to enjoy our freedom. And I want to make sure that you're aware of how you can have more cash and more freedom in your life. The first thing that I want you to know is that when it comes to money, we in America tend to have it a little bit backwards. Meaning, when it comes to spending money, we tend to buy stuff first. And so what is stuff? Well, stuff is things that you get that you actually don't really need, and they don't really serve any purpose in your life. When you start buying stuff first, you're going to see that your cash stack is actually going to be getting lower and lower and lower every month. Well, guess what? When you start to get out there in the workforce and you start to see some success, we are very, very tempted to go and buy an obligation next. And so what is an obligation? Well, with stuff, you purchase your little Hummel collection or whatever it is that you might like, and you're done. Well, with an obligation, that's something that you have to pay again every single solitary month. So for example, a car that has a payment on it is an obligation. A house that has a payment on it is an obligation. You're now obligated to pour your cash into that item every single month. Those aren't bad items to have, but sometimes there's actually something out there that's more important for you to have first, and that is actually a resource. So what are resources? Well, resources is something that will actually pay you. When you have a resource, you will only put your cash into it once, but it's going to turn around and give you money back again and again and again, month after month after month. And that is what people who are really wealthy buy first. The wealthy are known for having their toys and their grand vacations. But guess what? They can only afford those toys and those grand vacations because they took the time to invest in resources first. So what are some examples of resources? Well, resources, of course, can be things like real estate. Of course, that's real estate that you actually own and pay cash for, not real estate that actually has a mortgage on it. So let me make that very clear. It's also things like investments. If you put your money into an investment that will pay you back, that's another great form of a resource. But most people who are billionaires and millionaires in America today, they actually invested in businesses. So let's talk about a resource that's a business really quick as well. When you have a business that is a resource, you're going to put money into that business, but guess what? After that business is up and going, it's going to pay you back far and long after you have stopped working that business. So one example is you can go and buy a gumball machine. And when that gumball machine starts giving you quarters, you save the quarters and you go and you buy another gumball machine. And you keep buying gumball machines, and that will create a stream of income for you. So how do you find a resource, a business that you can actually invest in and will pay you back income? Well, first of all, you have to stay open. Have you ever noticed that when you go to purchase a very specific kind of car, all of a sudden, even though you thought that car in that beautiful color was unique to you, you start seeing it everywhere. So the first thing you need to do is you need to stay open to all of the business possibilities out there, and before you know it, opportunities are going to begin to come your way. Second, when you think that you have found a business that can be a resource, be open to hearing about it and make sure that you research it and do your background check and your due diligence on that resource business. So that's my little tip for you today. First of all, let's just make sure the poor, they buy stuff, the rich, they tend to buy obligations, but the wealthy tend to buy resources, and that's where I really want you to put your mind into finding. Thank you so much.